All right. Hey, everybody. Happy New Year. Welcome to the first BSPU call of 2018. Today's going to be a little bit different, although, of course, I'm going to open it up, as always, to any questions that you might have regarding publish, promote, and profit and where you may be in your book process. But it's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to talk to you about what we're doing right now to take advantage of the opportunity of a new year, a new start, and all the motivation that people have to, make a change in this year. And of course, the change regarding our business is perhaps somebody's been thinking about writing a book for a long, long time or being successful with a book. And, they've now set a goal for 2018. This is going to be the year that they do it. You can apply that in any way that you want to your business and whatever it is that you do. Obviously, if you're a consultant or a coach of some kind or own a service-related business, then you can find application in, hey, it's a new year, it's time to finally do X, or it's time to finally get in shape, or it's time to finally, pull the trigger, etc. So we use that. I always do like an end of the year webinar, and I didn't do one this year. Instead, I'm doing it at the first week of this year, and the webinar is going to be tomorrow. So what I'm going to do over the next few minutes is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm actually going to walk you through exactly what I'm doing right now and how I'm doing it in regards to a webinar to take advantage of the opportunity of the new year and bring on as many new clients as we possibly can right here the first couple of weeks of the year. Okay, so let me go ahead and jump in. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you, ads and the various things that we're doing, and then I'll walk you through our process a little bit. And of course, anything that you want to talk about regarding questions you have about the program or about your book. If we're doing it for you, or if you're in the BSP University where you're doing it on your own, now's your chance to ask. So let's go ahead and share my screen. And here we go. You guys should all be able to see my screen. Let me move this though. There we go. All right, so let's start here. So what we decided to do, and what I do at the end of every year, is I do some type of big webinar where I make what I believe to be a very compelling offer. I throw in some bonuses. The offer, of course, is as related to our business, which is helping people write books, the ghostwriting, what we call publish, promote, and profit. And I've always thought that the end of the year, thinking about the new year or the new year itself, is really a wonderful and appropriate time where people are motivated to finally get done the things that they've been wanting to do for a long, long time. And that has rung true, not just in my mind, but in the actual sales on the webinars that we've done. The last 2 years, the end of 2016, the end of 2015, and then the end of 2016, both of those webinars were over $250,000 in sales. And those webinars were roughly 2-hour trainings, where I go into great detail. I give a lot of good content, but I show a lot of case studies, etc. And then I make an offer. I do something that's fairly unusual online, and that is I make an offer for our full program, which, we've just raised prices for it. So now it's $27,000 and $15,000. $27,000 if you need a book written, $15,000 if your book is already written and you want us to publish it, promote it to bestseller guaranteed, and then actually get you guaranteed media. Now, for anybody that's tried to do these things individually, they understand that even at 27 or even at 15, it's a screaming deal. If you just wanted a book ghostwritten with a company like Book in the Box, that's $25,000. That doesn't include any of the elements of promoting it and guaranteeing it'll be a bestseller, nor does it include any of the guaranteed PR. If you wanted to do a guaranteed book launch, then that's typically going to be something in the range of $10,000 with another company, and they don't do the other elements. And then finally, if you ever go to a traditional PR agency, not only will they not guarantee any results, but typically it's going to be a 3-month contract at $5,000 a month. That's about the cheapest you'll find. That's 15 grand. So I combine all of these elements and then make an offer. So 27 and 15 is what our prices are now in 2018. However, I'll make some type of special offer on the webinar, and I'll let people know that this is just for the webinar, and the only way they can get the price is if they put a $1,000 deposit down, which I'll give them a sales page to do that, and then have a one-on-one call with me and a member of our team at BSP just to make sure that this is a fit for us and that it will work. I will put scarcity in the offer, meaning that I'll only make it available for 10 people. And if more than 10 come, I'm sorry, because every single day we're bringing in new clients and new customers at full price. So this is just an added thing that we're doing. And so I'm teaching you all of this, and I'm showing you kind of behind the scenes of bestseller publishing so you guys can add these elements to your own business. So here's where we are with the webinar right now. As of this moment, we have 468 registrations. We just started emailing yesterday for it, and we're doing paid advertising. We're going to spend about $1,000 a day. This is our ads manager. You can see we spent about, just on this one campaign, this is the webinar campaign, we spent about $2,000. By the way, don't worry about these numbers. If you say, oh, I could never spend that much, that's fine. Then take a zero off of it. It doesn't matter. What matters is, you know, wherever you're at in your business. I have a lot of employees, and we have a business that does 15 to 20 new book projects every single month. So, you know, we have the capacity to be able to do more. So here's what we're spending. We're averaging $7.23 for a webinar registration. Now that is really, really good. If you know anything about using Facebook to get webinar registrations. Some are as low as $4.56. Obviously some higher. Here's one at $14. We'll probably kill this ad today because that's too expensive. But on average, $7.23 is what we're spending. Here's what the ads themselves look like. So this is one of the ads. Have you ever wanted to write a book? Want to learn how to promote your book or become a best-selling author? Join my free masterclass. The headline is 2018, finally the year for you to become a best-selling author. This is a new ad. You can see we already have, 240 or so likes. We have a bunch of comments. We have 51 shares, that always blows my mind. That's incredible. And it's been seen by about 30,000 or so people in the targeting that we're using for Facebook itself. When someone clicks on the ad, this is what they go to. This is the webinar registration page. Again, it's completely congruent with the ad. Is 2018 finally the year? Is 2018 finally the year? Free training reveals how authors, entrepreneurs, speakers, consultants, experts, and coaches can use their own best-selling book to explode their income, impact, and independence. You can see this webinar is January 10th. It is a live webinar that I'm doing. It's not one of those auto webinar things. 2 o'clock Pacific is when I'll do it. It'll probably be about 2 hours. I have some bullet points there, and that's it. When someone clicks claim my spot, that pops up. They put their information, and then they go to this page. Now, this is kind of a, if I do say so myself, ninja trick, but this is the thank you page. It says, hey, congrats, you're booked for the webinar. And when that happens, they then get booked in this as a new registrant. And what we ask them is, hey, would you like, your webinar is Wednesday, January 10th. And while you wait for the details to arrive via email, and if you wish, you can click the button strategy session below and sign up for a free one-on-one strategy session. Gosh, we got to change that. John or Harvey aren't even with us anymore. And when they click, it goes to this page, which welcomes them and then gives them the form to fill out for the strategy session call itself. Now, here's the cool thing. So I've shown you that we're spending about $7.23 for an opt-in, a name and an email address for this webinar itself. But the cool thing is we're also getting dozens of strategy session applications every day using this. So yesterday we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And you can see a couple of them, 3 of these are from another campaign we're running, but 12 are from this campaign. The day before we got 10 or 11. The day before on the 6th, we got even more, maybe 20 or so. So that gives you an idea. So the cool thing, and for those of you that know a little bit about bestseller publishing and how we run our business, I have two author development coaches, Bob and David. Bob and David do those calls when someone fills out the strategy session and says, hey, I want an appointment. I want to talk to somebody. And it's a consultative sales call. I mean, we offer value and we help people, but basically the call will lead to an offer and someone either becoming a client or not becoming a client. If you're selling anything high ticket, and I'm talking about something that costs $2,000 or more, then your selling is more than likely done over the telephone or maybe even face-to-face. So here's the deal. You need as many qualified phone calls as possible. Now, if you're the only one taking the phone calls, you don't want as many as possible, but you want the most qualified. So we use something simple like this to get dozens of people to not only opt in and give us their information for this training, but to fill out the strategy session application and set an appointment for our team, where some of these people will become clients of Bestseller Publishing even before the webinar, or we'll follow up with them after the webinar and help them become clients because they saw this ad, because I spent the money and I got the ad in front of them, and then they came on board via one of these two processes. Now, at the webinar itself, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sharing our Publish, Promote, Profit program. The entire webinar is already built out, and I'm going to make an offer at the end of the webinar with some type of special bonuses that will only be available on the webinar, and I'll reduce the price slightly from the current price of $27,000 probably down to $24,000, $25,000, from the current price of $15,000 down to, probably $12,000 or $13,000. Again, just for 10 people. And the only way we'll even get on the telephone with you about it is if you put a $1,000 deposit down. Now, the deposit is always fully refundable, but we want to only speak to people and offer these bonuses to those people that are bold enough and hungry enough to actually see everything that I share. And by the way, I answer questions all along the way, so it's very, very interactive. And generally, it's 2 to 2.5 hours of me doing that. And then they're going to decide, do they trust me enough? Do they trust the things I've shared with Bestseller Publishing enough to put a $1,000 deposit down and then have a one-on-one call with me, at which time I will either determine to give them their $1,000 back because I don't think they're a fit, and I've done that, or B, they'll say, you know what, Rob, I've changed my mind and I want my $1,000 back, and at that time I'll give it to them. But if they decide to move forward, then we keep the $1,000 and we apply it towards the program that they get started in, either the program where we write the book or the program where they've already written the book and we do everything else. On that webinar, I will expect to do 6 figures plus from this training alone. So is that something that you're interested in doing? Hey, if it is, then I just laid out in 10, 12, 15 minutes exactly how we're doing it and how we'll create a 6-figure 2-hour presentation just from the 2018 and opportunity that we have in front of us. Okay, now look, it didn't work the first time I did it. I've done hundreds of webinars. I know what opportunities there are. You can see people are registering, went from 468 to 471. So people are registering every few minutes because they're seeing the ads. So again, most of you as my clients are experts, you're coaches, you're consultants, you're in a service-related business as maybe an attorney or a doctor or a chiropractor, etc. This will work for you if what you're selling is expensive and you need to do something that qualifies people and then gets them willing to take a step with you. Now, again, you may not say, well, I don't feel comfortable to ask for a $1,000 deposit on the webinar. And I totally get that. I do that, and I only do it a few times a year because the bonuses that I offer are so good that I want and expect people to take action right on that training rather than going through our whole process. If they go through our whole process and take time and come back to us a month or 2 months later, then great. It's going to be at whatever full price is without all of the bonuses. It's still going to be a deal. It's still going to be far cheaper than if they went to a PR agency and got services, went to a book launch, book marketing company and got services, or went to a company that's a ghostwriting company and tried to put all those pieces together. It's going to be way cheaper. But still, I am incentivizing people to take action with me right on the training by offering really great bonuses, by reducing the price slightly, but by saying the only people that are going to get this are not people that are going to come back to me 6 months from now and say, I want it. The only people that are going to get it are people that take action right on the training. So I get rid of the tire kickers right then and there, and I only get the hottest, most excited people that are taking action. You may say, well, Rob, you're probably losing a lot of people. And I would say to that, I don't think so, because the people that weren't ready to buy right at the moment, they're still on my list, and there's still people that are going to stick around, see the emails, see the new case studies, see the things that are exciting, and eventually they'll either decide to get started with us, or they'll decide that a book's not for them, or they'll get started with someone else. The webinar is only going to be inviting to the people that are most interested and most excited about getting started. And look, those are the clients that I want. They're the ones that I want the most, are the clients that are most excited, because guess what? They're going to be the most successful. The ones that do what I say, that put into practice the things that I'm teaching them, besides the things I'm going to do for them with the company, they're the ones that are going to get the absolute best results. And hey, you know that is true in your business as well. If you're in, let's say, a fitness coach, and you got somebody that's super, super excited and taking action right away, then if they do what you tell them to do, they're going to lose more weight than anybody else. They're going to get six-pack abs faster than anybody else. They're going to, beef up their bench press faster than anybody else. And they're going to become an amazing case study for you. Hey, those are the best clients. Those are the ones that I want. Those are the ones that I think you want as well. So hopefully that makes sense, and you understand everything that I've shared there. As I said, this is a little outside the box of norm, but I want, as my client, as someone that has already trusted us with your hard-earned money, I want to show you exactly what we do, because guess what? You can apply these things in your business exactly as they are and do really cool, exciting things. And it's not too late, by the way. I should have done this webinar 2 weeks ago. I really should. But I got lazy over the holidays. I really was having a good time. I was like, this is great. And I was a little late, but it's not too late. It's just the 9th today, the 10th tomorrow. So my suggestion would be, you may say, well, Rob, I've never done a webinar. I don't know how to do with Facebook ads. I don't know all those elements. Fine. Don't worry about that. There are trainings in our back office that even teach how to do some of these elements, and take your time and learn them. But here's what I would suggest of you. I would suggest that you figure out some ways to make some exciting offers to your current potential leads, your good leads. Because if they're coming to you in some way and they're interested in whatever it is that you're doing, then now is the time. I mean, it's 2018. It's a fresh year. It's time to get started. It's time to take action. So offer them something special on a limited basis. An offer always has a deadline attached to it. And let them know that, hey, you're looking for the right client, the client that's going to, follow your protocols, do what you say, get the absolute best results. And so you make a special offer to them for that, this short period of time. So you can apply, and if you want, you can be on the webinar and check it out, but you can apply the principles that I'm going to teach, the principles that I'm putting into effect on the webinar. You can apply that into sales conversations that you're having, emails that you're sending out to people, follow-up that you're doing with potential clients, etc. You want to use 2018 and the excitement of a new year and change to your benefit when it comes to attracting clients. So there you go. 20 minutes of stuff, and this is going to be worth 6 figures to Bestseller Publishing, and it could be worth 6 figures or more to you if you do something with it. So let's go to any questions. Now we'll open it up to any questions that you may have. Bill says, hey, Rob, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Bill, and happy holidays. Is there a media kit or something that was produced I can get my hands on to go after interviews with? So, Bill, I don't know the answer to that. If you're a done-for-you client of ours where you paid us to actually do the book launch and do the PR, when you start your PR, with Eva Marie and Bianca, then Eva Marie and Bianca are going to help you craft a segment proposal, help you craft a media pitch, and then begin pitching you on media. We actually pitch and guarantee to get you media. You can, after we get you, all the media that we promise we're going to get you, you can have that media pitch and have that segment proposal and use it on your own to continue pitching yourself for any types of media. So that's the closest thing to a media kit is the pitch itself and the segment proposal. So hopefully that makes sense, Bill. And I'm not sure which Bill this is, but if you're a done for you client and we're doing all this for you, either A, we haven't done your PR yet, or B, we've done it and all of these things are already created and you can certainly have them. That's no problem whatsoever. Good. What else can I answer for you? I see a bunch of my buddies on. I see Pia and Michael. We had a really good time together at our BSP client-only event. I'm going to be doing another one in 6 or 8 weeks. You can't come back to that. If you went to that once, then sorry, that's it. Now we have to open it up for 20 new folks to come to that. But it was a fantastic time. I hope you guys think so at least. And a great time to connect with people that I've been talking to, but I haven't seen face to face, and to help people in their business. So what else can I answer for you about the program or the BSPU or your book launch or the promotion phase or the PR or anything? If nothing, then fantastic. Great to have you on and glad you're with us. If you're interested in the webinar stuff, then I'll gladly share the results. We'll have the results by next week at the BSPU at that time. So I don't see any other questions, so I'll go ahead and close it out. We have recorded all of this, so if you missed any part of it, then no problem. You get the recording. You can go back and check out all the stuff that I went over as far as what the landing page looks like, what the ads look like, all of that. So you guys are great. Hope you have a fantastic new year. Hope you really harness the energy of the new year, really make some changes in your business and in your life that you want to, and that it's the best year of your time so far on this earth. You guys are great. Talk to you soon.